Receipts.
Hi guys, welcome back to the Reality Receipts podcast starring me, Storytime with Ricky.
And me, Reality Ashley. We are in the thick of Love is Blind Season 10, Ohio. It came out yesterday. We're going to talk about episodes 3 and 4 today. 1 and 2 came out yesterday. If you didn't see it, go back and check that out. We got some news in the Steven development.
Yes, we've got some development, you guys. So, if you guys listen to the pod, then you know we told you that Love is Blind season 10 cast member Steven was being accused of sexual assault by a woman by the name of Alicia. She's been very public with her story. She's posted some videos online. She posted some stuff on her Instagram stories. And yesterday, she was served with a cease and desist letter. She posted that on her story to kind of show that she really wasn't going to listen to, the cease and desist. It was basically saying, take down your content and don't make any further content. And then fast forward to this morning, Steven has officially filed a lawsuit. I think he kind of knew that the date of her cease and desist was February 7th, and the date of the official filing of the lawsuit was the 10th. So he didn't give her much time between the cease and desist to even act. But I think he knew that she wasn't, which he's correct. And so he officially filed a lawsuit. He is seeking $400,000 in damages. He's filed 16 counts of defamation. And so detailed in the lawsuit, the Sun actually reported on it, and the Columbus Columbus
Gazette
newspaper,
or something.
yeah, something like that. They kind of the lawsuit kind of details his side of the story or his side of things, and of course it's like I had consent to do everything. It's gonna be I think a he said she said situation. They did mention, because if you guys remember in her post, she said that he recorded her without her consent. They do mention the date of the meetup and the length of the video, so it does appear that maybe that was submitted as part of the lawsuit, the actual video and the actual act, which is terrible all around. Just I can't imagine how traumatizing it is to just have to relive all of this, like, or even see that video or other people see it. So but he did officially file that lawsuit, and basically his side of things is that he that everything was mutual. So yeah, that's the latest update in that. So we will see what happens from there. I'm sure the woman's going to obtain counsel, and they'll just have to duke it out in court. So
Yeah, so we'll keep you guys posted if anything else comes out. Obviously, she put her story online and we shared that with you guys, and now he's put his story out, so we share both sides. And we'll keep you posted with whatever else happened. Obviously, we can comment knowledgeably about the show that we saw, and the reaction has not been good to him. He's not exactly losing anything. It's not like we all enjoyed watching him and now we don't because of these things we've heard. It's sort of like that's exactly what we thought he would do.
Yes. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention is that in the suit he did state that he got suspended from his job because of the allegations, but it was a paid suspension. So yeah, the article said that he was placed on a paid suspension because of these allegations.
So the $400,000, what is the damage, I wonder? Like, what is his losses? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't have the actual legal document. I just have what the Sun reported. But I mean, I think they always start out really high and just see what they can get. So, but from what I know, she's fully ready to fight it. She's not, she's obtaining counsel, and it's good. They should dig into the details of this, and the computers and the phones and all of it, and the truth will prevail, whichever way that is. So
yes, I'm sure now that there's a lawsuit, it will get much more technical, right? And we'll be able to get a lot more information, because at this point it is her story, which of course we believe women, and then his denial, but no evidence from him, which obviously both sides it's hard to have evidence for, but it's just, I think from watching him, it was concerning. That's
Yeah.
all I'll say.
To say the least, I've had people comment and say, "Oh, I haven't heard anything about the allegations," and he came off very weird. He came off very strange,
Yeah.
very creepy. And then had people say like they thought that Emma was being annoying and that he did absolutely nothing wrong. So it's very interesting this perception, like or
Mhm.
how people interpret in like a interaction. So, um yeah, I think he came off very strange, very bizarre, very creepy, like just very in like language that one wouldn't use. But I think, I think the one thing that people forget in defamation lawsuits is that truth is a defense. So whatever the court deems the truth is a defense, and there's more than. It's not just Alicia got served with the lawsuit, but there have been multiple women that have spoken out about their experiences with him,
Mhm.
whatever those
Right.
experiences may be. So, I'm sure she will have the support of those women in court as well, and we'll see where it goes, but we'll keep you guys updated.
Yes, we are here to give you the facts. So any facts we get, we just send them along. So another Love is Blind lawsuit, and we'll see what happens with that. But should we get into episode 3?
Yeah.
All right. So it started with the reveal of Amber and Jordan. Now, what did you think of the reveal? Were they happy to see each other?
I okay, first thing I have written down is why is Amber dressed like a $2 hoe? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Not really. She had the sparkle heel, the black heel. I was very confused by the back of her dress. Like, why was it like a pink lace back, but then the front was like
Mm.
a white pleather dress? I
Oh,
don't know. I don't know. I
I
wasn't
got bad news. I think
what?
I have that dress.
Again, wait,
The
wait.
last time I wore it was
Let's talk about this.
last time I wore it was 2017, so I'll just say that. It's not in
Okay,
my
well,
frequent
valid,
rotation.
valid. Okay, I have a question. The back is just lace, or
My back
like
is not the back is not like that on mine. So,
okay,
it's only
okay,
the front, how it's kinda like, I was trying to show you a picture, but of course,
asymmetrical. Is
in
that how
this
they call it?
closet yeah, my internet's not working very well in this closet, so I'm trying to pull up a picture, but I'll show you, and you tell me if you think the front looks the same. Because yeah, I guess that's 9 years ago now, so
Okay,
I was
yeah.
dressing
See
like a hoe
now,
then, but
no, okay. See now, 9 years ago, Ashley, a $2 hoe dress was in style. Okay, now
yes.
we're in 2026. You can't wear the same things you was wearing in 2017. It was the
No.
back. It was the pink lace with the pleather, and then it was with the chunky rhinestone heel. It was just a lot.
Uh-huh.
I personally think that he was satisfied with what he saw.
Yeah.
She was giving that she wasn't. He had to keep
Mhm.
asking her, "What do you think? Do you like what you see?" I don't think she did. That's just my interpretation. Like, it was almost like he just kept complimenting her and validating her, like, "I'm so lucky." And it was almost like she was like, "Me too." Like, you
Uh-huh.
know what I mean? Like, it almost seemed like he's like, "You're so amazing." Like, "Oh my god, you're so beautiful. Oh my god, I love your dress. Oh my god, I love
Mhm.
your hair." She's like,
Yeah,
"Same."
I
Like
I found a picture of the dress, so you tell me if it looks the same or not. Mine is maybe a little longer, but it's the same, like,
Ooh,
asymmetrical, like
look at you, girl. I know that's right.
but, it's like
But again, back
it's
then it
the
wasn't style, and yours is
that
not white and leather. It was all of
yeah.
the things: white, leather, lace,
Yeah.
pink lace,
Yeah, it's
rhinestone
a lot.
heel, black heel. It was a lot mixed with the high body
Mhm.
count hair. It was just a lot. Like it was just a lot going on.
She does have the high body count hair going. I feel like, Angie K would maybe that's a route for her. Maybe they'll do the Ohio Housewives because I feel like she's giving the high body count hair, and maybe she's not that dramatic yet.
Well, she also I was gonna say she could be on Married to Medicine, but that's for my sisters. Anyhow. But
Yeah.
the housewives don't have any they don't have a job. I'm just
True. Is there any that are doctors
that
or
or
nurses?
I think there we have some
I think there's a
lawyers.
few.
There's some lawyers. Meredith's a lawyer, right?
I don't think any, like, currently practicing, but
Oh.
they did do the education part. So, yeah, I'll give them props for that, but, yeah, I don't think any of them actually, yeah, put, like, time into it now, but I
Okay.
don't blame them. They got the housewives going on. Her hair, it's
Yeah.
big. It's full of
What
secrets.
It's full of secrets. So what did you think about the reveal? Do you think you think
I
she
mean,
was feeling it?
I don't know, I feel like people could really go either way on them, like, they are both kinda quirky, right?
Mhm.
And a little different, which can be really cute when people find each other like that. I know, like, she was looking in the mirror a lot, and I don't feel like that's his thing. Like, she's maybe a little more, like, into looks than he is.
Mm.
She might it seemed before the reveal that she did kinda care about, like, body type. She mentioned, like, "Oh, I hope it's not a six-year-old, fat person," and that type of language would lead you to believe that is a person who's kinda picky about looks, so
Mm.
I don't know if she's just keeping her true feelings under wraps, but they seemed like the reveal went better than I would have thought it went. They
Mm.
seemed both
Okay.
happy, but
Okay.
I never
Okay.
know who to trust on these shows.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he seemed satisfied, he seemed happy, but to me, she seemed a little like, "Ooh." And again, you never know if it's like, "Ooh, because I don't fuck with you,"
Mhm.
or if it's because or if it's like, "I'm just nervous, all of these cameras, I'm sha" he was like his hands were like
Yeah.
like shaking as he was putting that ring on her. But yeah, I feel like these engagements are very rushed. Like I do
Yeah.
feel that like I know we're getting a lot of engagements. I know we want a lot of engagements. I know we've wanted like more of these storylines, but it is happening very fast and that is like
Mhm.
on editing, right? It's like I feel like they're like literally talking about books and then they're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
will you marry me?" And it's just like, wait, where
Well,
how did we get here?" But
I think that's because they were giving us 6 pod episodes, and then we complained that that was
yeah,
boring, so
yeah, yeah,
now they're, like, going too fast and, like, skipping through all of the courtship, but, I mean, I think people do say, like, "That's the boring part. We wanna get to the vacation, and the real life, that's where it gets interesting."
same. Yeah,
So, they are going a little fast, though, especially with, yeah, having to tell all these stories, it's hard to fit that
yeah,
into 4
yeah.
episodes, I guess.
Yeah, I get it, but I would rather this if you guys are
Mhm.
listening, we know you are. I would rather this than 6 pod episodes, okay? I would rather this than 6 pod episodes. I don't need 6
Totally
pod
agree.
episodes. I think we still got quite a bit cuz up until episode 4 we're still in the pods. But
Mhm.
we do see a new couple after the reveal. We are introduced in episode 3 to a new couple, which is
Yes.
Devontae and Brittany.
Mhm.
Mhm. Mhm. Thoughts?
Uh, well, she tells him he has a nerdy voice, that they're cute in the pods. Like, I do think that they seem to be getting along well. They seem like a good match, but you never know
Yeah.
once that physical part is added in.
Yeah, I think that okay, so the one thing I instantly said is like obviously like she made a joke about his name being Devonte, like basically saying
Mhm,
I know you're black because of your name. And
mhm.
what gave away the fact that she's black is that she said she likes the wobble and the electric slide. Now that is a dead giveaway. And when he said the worm, I feel like that was a dead giveaway that he's probably never dated like women of color in his life because what you talking
Mhm.
about the worm? I'm talking about the electric slide and the wobble, and you talk about the worm. So I feel like we should have, we kind of are getting a glimpse of like personalities,
Yeah.
like just in this small little clip. But he did reveal that his grandfather passed away during filming
Mhm.
in one of those first scenes that we see with them and that he didn't leave. So I think that like I would assume that he was there for the right reasons, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a big thing to miss out on. I guess, like, they have contact still a little bit with the outside world, so I'm getting the feeling that they both are picturing someone very different. That's what I'm
Mm,
getting. I think she's
mm.
thinking Devontae, I think she's thinking she's getting a hot man, and I think he's thinking Brittany. I don't know, you're right, the dance should have given it away. He's obviously not observant, as most men are not, and so he didn't clock it, and he's just like I just think that they're both having very different ideas of who they really are. The way she
Yeah.
was like, "You have a nerdy voice," I think she was saying that to be funny, like, "You're obviously not a nerdy guy, like, you're gonna be this cool guy, but you have a
Yeah.
nerdy voice," which is funny, and it's like, "No, he has a nerdy voice because he's nerdy, probably." Like, I just feel
Yeah.
like she's not really getting a good picture of who he is from
Yeah.
but that's the
Same.
whole point of the show, right? If you're
Yeah.
emotionally connecting, you're not supposed to care about that stuff, so
Yeah.
we'll see
Mhm.
if they can 'cause I feel like they do have a good connection, like, emotionally, or no?
I don't know. I honestly feel like in episode 3 specifically, like they jump right? They jump, they give us a little bit, then they give us somebody else,
Mhm.
and they give us a little bit else. So I do feel like in this first little scene that we're referencing, like I'm not seeing much. I just think that the main thing in that was like that his grandpa passed away and then like he didn't leave the experiment. So I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, like how close are you to your grandfather? Were you not close enough to where you would leave? Or do you like really want this camera
Screen
time?
time? Yeah.
Yeah, or
Mhm.
marriage. Like, I don't I think I don't know if my my grandfather passed away before I was born, but if my grandmother had passed away and I was doing an experiment like this, I would definitely leave. But
Leave, yeah. Maybe he's kind of, like, putting it in his pocket for now, which sounds horrible to talk about your grandpa that way, but maybe he's kind of, like, not, like, trying not to think about it, like, compartmentalizing it, and then
mm,
he's sort of like, "Well, I wanna go on this," because yeah, it is a little odd for that to happen, and instead of going to be with your family, if you get engaged, you're gonna go off to Mexico, like, weird, right? And so
right.
but maybe he's kind of like, "At any point, I have this great reason to leave," right? And
Mm,
so or like, "I genuinely want to leave, but I wanna
yeah.
see what happens." So he's sort of like
Take
gonna wait it,
your
you know?
ass home. Like,
Yeah.
it's just like, I don't know. It's a good sign or a bad sign because some people could look at that like, damn, he really wants love. Like, damn,
Mm,
he is really here for the right reasons. And I'm like, go home and be with your family. Like, this is a death. Like, I think we've seen in the past, like a dog passing away. I'm leaving my dog passed away. Like,
yeah.
but again,
Was it, like, I don't remember, did he give us details? Like, was it unexpected or, like, did his grandfather know he was going and give
I
him the
don't know.
blessing?
Ashley, did you get the beautiful laundry sauce package that I sent you in the mail?
I sure did, and I cannot thank you enough. You sent me the Italian bergamot scent, and I have never had so many compliments on a scent before. My husband loves it, my kids love it, my friends love it. It's really infused my laundry with high-end fragrance, it fights stains, and it's elevated my laundry to five-star status. It used to be such a dread doing laundry, and it's now my favorite day of the week because of laundry sauce.
Girl math, all we need is a cute box and cute packaging, and all of a sudden we love doing laundry. My favorite part about laundry sauce is that they have a money back guarantee. So if you are not satisfied with the smell or the cleanliness, you literally get your money back. I personally recommend subscribing to the signature package because you get detergent pods, scent boosters, dryer sheets, and more. It's a really good bang for your buck. And again, money back guarantee. So really, you have nothing to lose.
I saw that they have a Himalayan cashmere scent and Australian sandalwood, so I'm definitely going to add those to the list of different scents that I want to try. For a limited time only, our listeners get 20% off your entire order when you use code receipts at laundrysauce.com. That's 20% off at laundrysauce.com with promo code receipts. That's RECEIPTS. After you check out, they'll ask where you heard about them. Don't forget to drop our name, Reality Receipts Podcast. Trust us, your laundry has never smelled this good. Okay, I told you guys I was away all weekend at a hockey tournament, eating out, getting takeout, and the thing I was most excited to get home to was my beautiful Hello Fresh box waiting on my front step for me. I am so excited to bring everyone together this week with meals that are simple and rewarding on our busy weeknights.
You guys know how we feel about HelloFresh over here. We absolutely love it. It's so convenient and delicious. You can choose from more than 35 high protein recipes each week, including new Mediterranean and GLP-1 friendly options. There's now 3 times more seafood for no upcharge. You can literally impress guests or treat yourself with new grass fed steak ribeyes. We love HelloFresh.
Because when dinner tastes this good, nothing hits like home cooking. Go to HelloFresh.com/RR10FM to get 10 free meals plus a free zwilling knife at $144.99 value on your third box. Offer valid while supplies last. Free meals applied as discount on first box. New subscribers only. Varies by plan.
I think he didn't give specifics. You guys correct me if I'm wrong.
I don't
But
remember.
I don't think he gave specifics, but he did say he was able to talk to his brother a little bit and that, kind of like this is what my grandfather would want. He would want me to
Yeah.
stay and like see the experiment through. So
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. If it's a situation where you sort of knew that that was coming and you had your chance to say your goodbyes and he knew you were going on this experiment to find love, that makes sense to me. So it sounds like that's what it was. So, but we'll see if it ends up coming up later and if, I don't know. If he didn't leave right then, it's hard to believe that you would leave later because of it, but also that is how grief works sometimes, right? It takes a while to sort through all the emotions. Sometimes you don't it doesn't really hit you immediately, right?
Yeah,
And if his
yeah.
family has a good support system and they don't feel like they need him there, I
Yeah,
guess he
and
wants to
again
find his way.
and again, I guess it would also, like, depend on the relationship that he has with his grandfather. Not
Yeah.
everybody's close to their grandparents, and
Mhm.
maybe he has a very surface level or, we don't know. So, we didn't get a lot of specifics, but we got a little bit. So,
Mhm.
that's what we know.
Yeah.
Then we see a little bit more of our sexual couple, as I like
Yes.
to call them, Alex and Ashley. He's a
They're
so
ready to
he's
get it on.
they are ready to get it on. He's a soccer coach. Yes, he's a
Yeah.
coach. He's a coach. Okay, he's a soccer coach, so he broke. So they start talking
He's the
about
nomad.
he oh, there it is, the homeless one. He's talking about his soccer
Injury, yeah.
career and his
Mhm.
injury. He was supposed to be top 5 or top 10 pick. He still got drafted. It's a lifelong struggle. He got dropped from his team. He hangs out with athletes nonstop. What did you
Mhm.
think of this conversation?
I mean, I just a professional sports player, definitely just red flag all around, even if it's former. I just don't know. I mean, of course, they are husbands and some of them make great husbands, but there's a lot of things to be. Ricky's face says otherwise. I mean, a couple of them have been in long term marriages. What about
I
that
don't know.
guy?
I don't know one good one, girl.
Okay.
If you could think of a happy, successful,
You know, the,
professional athlete relationship, let me know.
isn't there a couple?
I'm
It's
sure
probably a
there's
few. Isn't
some
it
that,
like,
but
what's that guy's name?
oh, Steph Curry and
Yeah,
LeBron
he's
James, but
LeBron,
I'm sure they cheated too, whatever, but
probably.
they just don't air their dirty laundry, it's okay.
They got those NDAs going, but yeah, I don't know. He mentioned the medication that he was taking for his injury.
Mhm.
I don't know if you guys have ever tried it. I don't know if I can say it. It may like flag our video, but when I got my appendix out, they tried to give me some kind of hard medication. And I took it for 2 days and I literally
Mm,
felt like I was floating on a cloud of
mm,
happiness. And I was like,
You was like,
hold up.
"Get don't take it, not another one."
No, I didn't. I literally quit cold turkey, got rid of it because I was like, this is so dangerous. So,
You can see
and
how
this
it can lead
beyond.
to a problem, yeah.
Totally. And so
Mm.
when he mentioned that, I mean, he didn't mention any problems or addictions or anything like that. But I know with these sports injuries, that is like what starts other issues in your life. And so when he mentioned that, I was just kind of like, oh, I hope, it sounds like everything was fine and he's not on the medications anymore. But I know that can start a
Yeah.
dangerous path, which he uses the word dangerous a lot. Speaking of dangerous, have you noticed? Always like,
I
"That's dangerous."
Yeah, I noticed that, and I just noticed so many things about him. He's a red flag to me. Like in episode 3, like you could just tell he thinks he's a bad bitch, and I'm just like, he thinks he's hot shit. Oh, he thinks he's the hottest in this room because I think he
Hmm.
is quite tall.
Yeah.
Um, and you just could tell he just thinks his shit don't stink. So,
Hmm.
um, uh, he's like
His,
right his whole personality is that he's an athlete and hangs out with athletes and it's just you got athlete money. Do you have athlete funds? Because you're like I don't want to hear who you hang out with and like you know what I
no.
mean? Like boo boo boo.
Yeah, I agree. In his story, it was sad, like how he had his injury and then his friend left to play soccer. But in the grand scheme of life, like not a huge trauma, but I feel like to him that was like a big trauma because I think his identity is wrapped up in this soccer thing, right? And
Yeah.
so I just feel like he reminds me of that guy on the Italy one. It was the same situation. Soccer player got injured. This is something a little you can see like there's like a inner turmoil because this didn't pan out, this pro
Mhm.
athlete thing, and that would be hard in a marriage. I think that's gonna manifest in other ways, and
Yeah.
they like you said, he thinks he's this, and I don't know. He
Yeah.
hasn't I think she's just the funny part is I think she's just physically attracted to him and wants to hook up with him, without even seeing him, and that's the funny part. Like, that's not supposed to be happening, but I guess he got, like, the riz a little even through the wall, or no?
I
Is he
don't think
rizzing
he's
you?
got no, he ain't
No.
rizzing me, bitch. I would walked out that hoe. Like, I don't think he has any riz. I'm not really sure. I think she's hearing athlete. Okay, that means he has an athletic build. She's visualizing what he looks like,
Mhm.
and that's just I don't is she the one that said I'm a sexual person, but I'm not sexual? Was it her?
Ashley and
Alex, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. He gives me F boy. Like he gives me
Yeah.
F boy. I can only imagine like your life dream, like you working towards something your entire life and then
Mhm.
realizing that that's not the path you're going to go down, that seems like a very tough place to get out of if you ever get out of it, but what's the saying, like life happens, I don't know if it's to you or for you, but it's like one of the latter, right? Like life happens
Mhm.
for you, not to you or whatever. So it's like once you realize that that's not your path, you really do have to figure out what's next. And you could have become a professional soccer coach. Maybe he is. I don't know. I guess we didn't really see what
Mhm.
type of coach he is. Like
Well,
when
he's
I think coach, I think like high school or like a little league coach. I know that's baseball, but you know what I mean? I don't think like professional soccer coach. Because you
well,
could still make very good money and like in the big leagues.
uh, he's got the podcast, so I think that's the career plan, the
Oh.
sports podcast, and
Oh. Okay.
yeah, his last post is him on a run, and the
Mhm.
the caption is, "And still I rise."
Okay.
It
Is that
just gives me
Maya Angelou? No. Okay,
so
girl.
it just reminds me of Stacy from Potomac because she said that at the reunion
Yes,
last year,
she's so
so
funny.
I mean, he had his injury and he's out there running, so good for him. I mean, we gotta poke a little fun at these men sometimes, and yeah,
All the
he's still
time.
rising, so good for
Okay,
him.
good, good,
But
good, 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 good.
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know.
it's
At this point in episode 3, where we're at right now, opinions can change as we continue watching.
mhm,
He's giving me major red flag F boy vibes. So.
yeah, I agree. I don't see where this is going, but they're probably gonna have a good time in Mexico if they make it that far.
Oh,
So,
girl, that's the first thing I said. I said they're definitely fucking on vacation. I don't even have to see the Mexico episodes. I just know they are getting
mhm,
down. Um, but okay, then after this, we get to probably my favorite love triangle I've ever seen in Love is Blind history. Okay.
yes,
What? I've been dying to talk to you about this. The Kevin, his name is Kevin.
mhm.
We've been calling him
We're
Kevan.
Kevon.
Kevan. Kevin, Kia,
Mhm,
and Tyler. The
yeah,
Kevin, Kia, and Tyler of it all. Um, Kevin seeing both of them. It's day 6. It's very early days, right? In the
mhm.
pods, we get like what engagement day is what, day 9, day
I
10.
think it's like day 12 or something.
Oh,
Maybe
okay.
10, maybe 10.
Yeah, maybe 10. Yeah, I thought they get 10 days in the pods, and I know like 9
Oh,
and
yeah, yeah.
10 are like engagement days, right? So day 6 is like fairly early.
Mhm.
Most people
Yeah.
have a top 2, even a top 3 at this
Yeah.
point. Um and we and we this is the redo scene. Okay, this is the
Mhm.
redo scene. We kind of seen Kia and Kevin talking, and then we see Tyler kind of creeping around the lounge trying to find out who the other who else is talking to him. And
Mhm.
all he said was that he had a good date.
Yeah.
She asked how the date went. He
Well,
answered.
I think she stormed out on the last episode, right? And then she stormed back in this episode. This is where
Oh,
she
okay.
asked.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because all I
This
have here written down is redo. So this
yeah.
is yeah. So she's storming back in.
I
So we
have
see.
Tyler stormed back in. That's what I
Okay,
have. So
good. Yeah.
so yeah.
So
This is
yes.
went back in. And I'm so embarrassed for her. I'm like, if you storm out and you say you're leaving, you just gotta leave. You gotta
You got
commit. You can't go back on that. Like, that is so embarrassing. And now he knows he's got you like around his finger. If you're gonna storm out and do all that and come back in and just sit down nicely like it didn't happen.
Oh my
So
god.
awkward.
I didn't even I had no I was so confused. I was like, "What am I actually watching here?"
Mhm.
Because she did all this, right? Like, "He's a good man. I'm not dealing with this shit. I'm not putting up with this shit. I don't need this shit. I'm too." Then you go sit down in front of production and you're like,
I'm
"Coming in
out.
hot. I'm
Yeah.
out. Imma make the choice for him. He's got a better connection, a stronger connection." And the production literally had to be like, I mean, did he say that he had a better connection? Like,
Yeah.
did he say that? Did he say the connection was stronger? She's like, no, because he literally did not say that. He said he
No.
had a good
She
date.
was his number one. He said she was his number one. So
All he said was that the first date went well because she asked
mhm.
him, was it a good date? And he said yes. And then she goes, well, I think that's a sign. A sign
Yeah.
of what? Like, I'm just telling you, you want me to say it was a bad date? Then I'm lying,
Yeah.
right? Like, the redo after that dramatic ass exit, like, talking to production clearly talked some sense into her. Well, I don't even think he would wanna come back, all for you to be like, I would have seen it through. I would have had to be like, "Oh, damn, bitch, you overreacted, and you just gonna have to see this crazy through. Go the fuck home, pick somebody else, find another man." These women, this man, this production team, nobody will ever see my face again after this storm out, like, you have to see it through. Like, when
Yes.
she walked back in there and said, "Redo," and then tries to sit down with the attitude.
Yeah.
"I'm sorry I slammed the door. I'm sorry. Thank you
Mhm.
for coming back." You know, I think it was that moment, which all women maybe have done in the past, I don't know, I don't wanna speak for all women, where you storm out and, like, you expect him to chase you, except
Yeah.
he can't chase you because there's a wall there, like, yeah,
Mhm.
I think that's what that was.
And that should have been a red flag to him of like, this would be our relationship. She's probably gonna leave a lot and say, like, I'm done, and you're gonna have to chase her all the time and prove to her that you like her. So I don't know. He still was in it though. Like they made up and they were gonna move on. Not to jump ahead, but I really want to talk about the basketball because I knew that was when Kia walked in with that basketball, I was like, "Oh, no. Hide it." Like, and I could just see her face, and she just saw red, and she stormed in there. Like, did she not get a gift too? Did they only pick one person to give a gift to? I thought it
I
was everyone.
don't know how that works. I would need to go back and watch the scene because I feel like there were gifts sitting in front of
Mhm.
them when they were having that altercation, but I just it's like, did they make up? Because she was in that first scene, she's like, "I need to be a girlfriend before I'm a fiance," and I'm like, "Do you know where you're at?" Like,
Yeah.
do you know where we're at? Like, yes,
Yeah.
that happens sometimes for a day or 2, but, like, oftentimes it does not happen, and I don't know. I don't know, but yes, like, we're just gonna stay on the Kia and Cavan train because does that happen in episode 4?
The basketball? I
Yeah.
think so. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. That's
the
a
gift
little bit.
happens in episode 4, so
Yeah. That's a little
I wanna talk about it so bad, though. I feel like we're already on the topic of them, so we might as well see it through
yeah, let's just finish talking about
like she
them.
should
Yeah.
have seen it through and left that damn pod. Oh my god, it's so embarrassing. And then for her to go back to Kia and be like, "I'm sorry. I shouldn't have lashed out
Yeah.
at you." I wonder if she said something else because her kinda just saying he's a good man, like the guy that you're getting, like, he's a good guy. I didn't feel like that was, like, bombarding her. I feel like
Mhm.
she must have said something else to,
Yeah.
like, apologize to Kia and her just being like, "I need a minute." Like, I just she
Well,
kind of was just like, "I need a minute."
it might just be because they probably, like, going into it, they would know things could get heated, right? We're all dating the same guys, and it seems like a lot of them keep it very under wraps, like, we don't talk about who we're dating so we can
Mm,
keep these friendships good. So it might have
mhm.
just been that where it's like she sorta knows she broke a kind of, like, girl code of the lounge, like, she's basically getting mad not mad, like, she didn't get mad, but you're making comments about our man to me, and that's probably, like it's a bad idea, right? Because if you start doing that, then you're gonna get in arguments and fights over a man that drives a Chevy Cruze, which I used to have a red Chevy Cruze, which I love. Nothing wrong with a Chevy Cruze, but I just feel like if these women met Kevon at the bar, they would not be fighting over him. Like he must
They
feel
wouldn't
so
even
special.
he I don't and you okay, I need your thoughts on Kevon because as as much in, like, episode 1 and 2, we're like, "Okay, like, he's not doing anything wrong." Like, in episode 3 and 4, like, again, he's not technically doing anything wrong, he's weighing his options, he's not the only guy in the lounge that
Mhm.
has more than one option. But his indecisiveness is very unattractive. Like, his ability to sway with the wind is unattractive. Like, I feel like
Mm.
if Kia would have went into that room first and said, "Hey, make me your girlfriend," he would have been like, "Okay." And if
Yeah.
Tyler went into that room first and said, "Make me your girlfriend," he would have been like, "Okay." I hate a man that that does not have a backbone, right?
Mhm.
And he does seem genuinely conflicted between 2
He
great women.
does. I don't think he's been in this position ever, like, he's just like,
Ever.
he doesn't want to hurt either of them. He doesn't want to say no to either of them because I think in the real world, he would say yes to either of them, and so he knows he's in a good dilemma, right? Like, he's got
Mm.
these 2 wonderful girls, and he's not ready to, like, shut the door on one of them, but what was with when he was saying, like, "I want or I need to let Kia win and everybody win," like, what was that whole that's the only part where he started to lose me a bit,
Oh,
that whole
yeah, I
conversation.
forgot about I didn't even write that down, bitch, that's how much
Yeah,
I was so focused on because was that him choosing Kia? Was that him saying that
it was
she's
so
the winner of what? First of all, yeah, you are no prize, but,
no.
um,
It was
yeah,
confusing. I think he was trying because he was like, "I think I just need to let Kia win," and I think he kinda wanted her to come back with like, "Oh, like, you're picking me, yay, and we're done." But she was kinda like, "What?" And he's like and then you could see he, like, second guessed it. He's like, everybody wins, everybody wins." She's like, "I don't know what you're talking about." So I feel like he was trying to pick her in that moment, but he kinda wanted her to, like, do the work of it the way that Tyler is, kind of, like, forcing his hand, like, win yeah, win what? And
when
then
what?
everybody? Who's everybody? It
You
was
and
odd.
your fucking Chevy Cruze and your
Yeah.
one-bedroom apartment, that's what I'm winning. I think after Kia heard that, she was like, "Oh, yeah, this ain't for me." Like, "This is not the life for me," but I'm very confused because, okay, they go is that when they had the win conversation, is when he was giving her the basketball?
Yes.
Mm,
So that was
mhm.
the basketball, and then he was laughing. I can't remember if he was laughing at Kia or Tyler, but he was basically laughing at the fact that they're fighting so hard for him, right? Like, he was finding it funny because it is funny that Tyler was being so dramatic, and I think he was laughing at Tyler, which probably not the best idea. So, I was with him where I was like, "This is what they're supposed to do," and we could see the other men doing the same, having 2 connections, but then I think once Tyler was, like, clearly putting the pressure on and, like, overwhelmed, he kinda needed that's when he needed to just make his choice, you know, and not he needed to put her out of her misery, so
So, what do you think that he should have done in that moment? So, right, we see her first of all getting a basketball when you got to watch. I need to give me my watch back first of all.
yeah.
Um, and then I want to talk about for a second when Kia was like, "Oh, none of that matters." Like,
Yeah,
it does though. It
it
does matter.
does.
It does
It
matter. And
does.
I had slightly felt because I think that Kia has handled herself very graciously
Mhm.
in this experiment. And I did feel a little bit when she was saying, "Oh, that doesn't matter. What you have doesn't matter." Um and then giving him a watch. I'm not sure if it was expensive or not. Looked like a G-Shock. I'm not sure. But Apple Watch, I don't know what it was, but it was more than a basketball, I know that. I did
Mhm.
feel like, okay, does she want to be picked in this moment? Is that
Yeah.
what she's doing? She wants to be picked, but then he's saying you win, and then
Yeah.
not did you think he was trying to break up with her in that conversation? Because he really confuses me because he's always starts with a praise speech, and it's like, "Okay,
Yeah.
bitch, like, what do you want to do?"
This was the confusing thing to me, and I feel like if he was being a little more observant and paying attention, like you said, that it does matter. The fact that he was basically telling them, I don't have a lot to offer right now. Like, I don't have any money, basically, and I don't have my shit together. Right. And she just wants to go through this experiment. I don't like once they got out in the real world, she's going to use that as like, well, we don't align here, just like Sparkle Megan last time. Like, you can say in the pods anything just to get out of those pods and get to Mexico, but are you actually okay with someone that doesn't have money? No. Why would you? Of course, love is more important than money, but it,
No,
you still have to pay
yeah.
the bills. You still have to survive. And if, you're at the age where you're wanting to get married, have kids, like you kind of have to have your shit together already. So I just feel like I said it reminded me of the whole Renee and Carter where he told her in those pods, I don't have a job, I don't have a house. And she said, give me that ring. And then now when she tells the story, it's like, he didn't have a job. I can't believe they put someone like that in the pods. How horrible for me. And it's like, he didn't lie. He told you and you chose him because you wanted your screen time. And so I think if they're not lying about this stuff, and they tell you up front and you still get engaged to them, what can we do, really? You've chosen that for yourself.
Yeah.
So I just don't think she was being honest in that moment. And that's why,
Okay.
well, I won't get ahead of myself, but I don't think she actually wanted him. She maybe just wanted to win or to get the
Yeah, I
screen
think
time,
she
right?
wanted I had said that too, that I think she wanted a moment. Like, I think they both
Yeah.
wanted this, like, I choose myself moment. I do,
Mhm.
b because what she then said to Kevin, like, really confused me, but that's jumping ahead, but we'll get there. Because
Mm,
that happened in episode 5, you guys. I had to
okay.
skip. I have not watched episode 5, but I had to skip ahead and see what happened with Kevin and Tyler, and then because I was just so invested, like, this was the main
Mhm.
storyline that I was invested in
Mhm.
because I just couldn't believe it, right? Like,
Yeah.
over a over, like, he's a realtor. Just
Yeah.
say that. That was his job, okay?
Yeah.
And the thing is I think that he is a sweet man. I think that he's very empathetic. I think that he
Mhm.
doesn't wanna hurt anyone's feelings. I
Yeah.
don't think he's a bad guy, but
No.
these are 2 very strong-minded women. They are too bad of bitches for him. Like, they are
Mhm.
too bad of bitches for him. Like, he cannot handle a super strong personality.
Mhm.
He needs somebody a little bit more passive, and he's not ready for marriage, right? Like, you don't
No.
have your shit together financially, emotionally, like, your decision sways in the wind. Like, most women want a man that can lead them. You're definitely not giving, like, leader in any capacity, especially compared to these 2 women. So,
Mm.
but
I
but then it's just like,
mhm.
Tyler did too much. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
she did too much. Like,
And I think that's where he was struggling because I think a mature man who has his shit together, who wants to get married, immediately would have said no to Tyler and picked Kia, right? As soon as she did that storm out and whatever, it would have been like, that's not
mm,
for me, pick
mm,
Kia. But because he's not really have his shit together, I think he felt like, wow, Tyler really wants me, right? She's like, look how she's emotional. She's going to be a more safe bet. And if I pick
mm,
Kia, she got her shit together and I don't, she's probably going to be like, nah, once we get out in the real world. Tyler seems really into me. I don't want to lose that. So I think that just proved that he wasn't looking for the right thing because he was still entertaining Tyler, which I'm not saying she's not have her right to have these emotions and stuff. But again, you know this guy 5 days, you know you're dating other people. It's a little bit of a red flag to get that upset over it. And so I think if he was actually looking for a wife, that he would have immediately been like, Kia is more, you know, grounded, I guess is
okay.
the word. But he
Okay.
knew Kia wouldn't want nothing to do with them once they got in the real world, so
So we see Tyler storm out. We see her
yes.
storm out, lose her shit over this basketball. She goes in there and basically forces his hand. She says,
Mhm.
Make a choice."
Yeah,
At this point, it's still day 6, 7,
I
like,
think so, yeah.
about,
No,
and
I
she
thought
tells,
they said at some point it was the engagements the next day. Didn't she say that?
yeah, she's like,
So
yeah,
it's
she
gotta be,
did.
like,
You're right,
day
you're
9
right.
or 9 then.
Day 8 now. We're
Yeah.
at day 8. But she said, she did say, "I don't want it to be engagement day when you, like, finalize your decision," which, I
Mhm,
mean, I guess if that's your preference, that's your preference. However, that's not really how the experiment works. The
mhm.
experiment, all of them typically go up to last day with their final choices.
Yeah.
And in this moment, she says, You need to make a choice." And he says, "Okay, it's you."
Mhm.
And then she goes, "So are we official?" And he says, "Yes."
He's like, "Sure."
Yeah. And then, please explain to me what the hell she got mad at after that, because you went to go pee. because you wanted to tell the girls that you were a girlfriend. And in
Uh-huh.
my opinion, you just wanted Kia to know. That's why you ran out of that pod
Yeah.
and to tell Emma and Christine.
Mhm.
You wanted Kia to know. You wanted her to know right then in that
Uh-huh.
moment. Then she goes back in the pod. From my recollection, correct me if I'm wrong, she started asking about his connection with Kia, did she
Yeah.
not? And then
Well,
he
what she said was when she went out to talk to the girls, they were like, "Well, damn, Kia seems really sure it's her. So you need to get him to tell her like right away, not tomorrow." And so that's
oh,
when she went back in and was like, she was all in like her love bubble when she went into the lounge. He picked me. Kia means nothing. Then they brought her back to reality. She thinks the same. He's telling her the same. So then she stormed back in there. But yeah, and then I guess he wasn't as sure like it's you. He was still like, "Yeah, I'm still trying to decide."
do you
So
think he okay, okay, so that's an interesting point, and this is my I did not get that he was still trying to decide. I got that he decided,
mm,
but she was asking questions about Kia. And so
mm,
he told her, like, yeah, initially it's like I was debating between the two of you guys.
mhm,
I wasn't ready for her to like leave either. And she was like, well, why? She asked him, "Well, why?"
mhm,
And then he started answering it, and then she's,
yeah,
like, confused as if he was saying, "It's still up in the air," but
yeah,
to me, it was clear that he was saying, "No, it is you. You're my girlfriend. I did ask you to be my girlfriend. I'm just explaining to you because you asked me why I didn't want Kia to leave,
mm.
so I'm explaining that to you." And then she
I
got
think
upset.
I think it just hit her how torn he was and that she had been delusionally telling herself it was her and that he's just kinda, like, stringing Kia along for no reason, and then when she heard the reasons, like, "Oh, you actually do like her too," and I don't know if she wanted him to immediately be like, "Send her in. I'm
I
dumping her
think
right now." That's
that's
what
what
he
I
wanted.
felt. That's what I felt. That's what I felt is that she wanted.
Yeah, that's
That was
exactly.
that okay, that is it then.
She didn't wanna
Okay.
she didn't wanna wait the whole night or have him change his mind again. She needed to know. So, obviously, she has, like, the anxious attachment style, right? She needed
Mm,
there was no valid reason for her to have to know all of these things immediately, but it's your own anxiousness and worries and waiting, right? She just can't handle that, and that's her
that's
prerogative. Yeah, I mean,
mhm.
I feel like there is not really a bad guy with Tyler and Kevin, and, like, they were both valid in their feelings. He's valid to wanna keep exploring, and she's valid to say, "I don't wanna feel like you were torn at the end. I want someone who was sure 4 days ago." But that's not Kevin, so she has to just leave, and we see her storm out, and so
Yeah, I think that was that last scene when she went back in, to me, it felt like he was trying to validate her. He was trying to
mhm,
say, "It is you. I do want you to be my girlfriend. I do wanna move forward with you." But you were, you were asking why I didn't
mhm,
wanna let go of Kia, and I was explaining that to you, and then she's like, "I'm not coming back." To me, in that moment, he was not still saying he was unsure. I
yeah,
understand how like, she was, like, looking at the camera like and I'm, like, looking at the camera like, "Wait," like, I'm confused why you confused and why we all confused, like, and, the thing is she kept saying, "I'm not gonna tell you how to do that," but what you wanted, girl, was you wanted him to bring Kia in that moment right now and
yeah,
say, "It's over."
yeah,
And because he didn't do that, she didn't show back up. And I think she
mhm.
definitely has, like, issue with, like, rejection.
Anxious, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she didn't wanna be instead of just feeling like, "Okay, he picked me, he's gonna deal with Kia when he's ready," and just being comfortable in that. She needed to know, which we have seen on other shows and in the show where they come back in and then they do change their mind again, but she kinda just has to deal with that, like, that if you really love this guy and you think he's your person, you don't wanna, like, force him into picking you because then you are gonna deal with later regrets, so she just needs to chill.
Do you think she forced him into picking her?
She was trying, yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, she's
she forced him into being her boyfriend.
yeah, not forced, but, she was like she didn't let him decide that. She said, like, "You have to tell me I'm your girlfriend right now or I'm leaving." And so that's pretty much like
And he's
I
like,
don't know what he would have done if they
"Yeah."
both would have been more passive, you know? If they both just sat back, I don't know what he would have done, who he would have picked. I have no idea. He
He's
he
like,
was torn.
"Yes, you're my girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yes." Yup, sure. And I
Mm,
think Kia knew days ago she didn't want him. She knew the minute she found out about that Chevy Cruze, she did not want him. But
no.
that one, I'm telling you guys, this is probably my favorite love triangle.
Yeah,
Like it was such good stuff. And like I said, I think if both of these women had seen this man, it would have been an absolute hell no. So
exactly.
uh,
They were the most interesting parts of these episodes. Yeah, they're the most interesting parts of these episodes. But let's talk about one of the less interesting couples, I guess.
yeah,
Well, we got more.
there's a lot. There's a love pentagon
Yes, there
of
is. We
sorts.
got Bree, Connor, Chris, Emma,
Mhm.
Jessica, all
A
in
lot
it,
they're
intertwined.
all in a thing because Bree and Chris have a thing, right? We
Yeah.
see them in episode 3. He's like, "You don't have to worry about booking a restaurant. Like, Imma book a restaurant. You gonna just show up. The bar is in
Mhm.
hell. The bar is in
Yeah.
hell. The bar is in hell. The bar is in hell. Like, that's all you have to offer.
Yep.
Yeah, I can challenge you. I can push you. Can you pay some bills? Can you pay some bills? I don't need a motherfucker to push me to my limits. Like, I need you to help a bitch. Like, god
Push
damn. And
yourself.
then to
Push
push
yourself.
yourself to pay
Yeah.
some shit. Okay. And then we have Chris and Jessica. So that's the
Yes.
like and then it's obviously then Chris bleeds into Jessica, Bree
Mhm.
bleeds into Connor, Connor bleeds into Emma, Emma bleeds into Mike. So we've got a
Yeah.
whole lot of shit going on. Um
So yeah, so Chris and Bree are, like, connecting, and then Bree's also connecting with Connor. So when Bree decides to pick Connor and goes to break up with Chris, he says, "I was gonna do that same thing." That is valid, right? He was or no? He's just saying that because she said that.
I it's hard to tell with this little man, like yes, I guess.
Mhm. Because he
Mm,
had told Jessica, "Yeah, I'm picking you." The other girl feels like a bro or something, or like a guy,
oh, he did say that. Mhm.
because
Mhm.
she's very sporty, and
Mhm.
they were connecting on that sports bro kinda level, and yeah, that's what
Yep.
I guess Connor and her are connecting on. She's the one that said, "I wanna be the Super Bowl house,"
Yeah. Mhm.
or was
Lots
that
of that
Ashley?
going on.
Yeah. So, yeah, Chris and Bree break up. Chris is with Jessica, and Bree's with Connor. And Emma asks Connor, she says, "You're my number one. It's you." He's very, like, seems torn, but he's like, "No, you're not my number one." That's the start of episode 4. And
Yeah.
he picks Bree, and then Emma's left with her third choice, Mike. That's how it goes.
Emma's
Poor
like, okay,
Emma.
so do you think that Mike was Emma's third choice or he was
No, no,
like
no,
her
no.
second?
Steven was not a choice.
But
Second choice,
what
second
I
choice.
will say though, but we do have, I think in episode 3 we had yeah, in episode 3, we have Ashley and Alex's proposal. We do have
Oh,
that
okay.
in episode
Get
3
that.
happen, which
Mhm.
again, they just pop in out of nowhere like popcorn. Like they just pop up, propose up, next scene. You know what I mean? And we
Yeah.
had their reveal too in episode 3.
Mhm. That
Very
was and
sensual.
very I mean, I love her dress. They look
I
good
like their dress.
together,
I like
but
I liked her dress. I wrote that
yeah,
down. Her reveal
very
dress is
nice.
popping. Yeah.
Yeah, they look good together. Obviously they have a strong physical connection. So I don't know if the emotional connection's there, then that's a great thing, I guess. But we'll see what happens. They had a good
It
reveal though. I thought it was very sexual.
continuously saying like, "There's home. This feels
Mm.
like home. This
Yeah, what was
home.
that?
This I hate that. I hate that. Get the fuck out of here." Like that's you just trying to game me, make it. Oh, I feel like home. Like get out. Who buys that shit? Like he's like,
Yeah.
yeah, like trying to look at her all deep, like, yeah, you're dangerous.
Wait, I think
Yeah,
I bought it because
you did.
I said he has Riz, so I'm like, he's trying at least, but
He's trying.
I've
He's
been off
trying. I
the
see
streets
how
for
it
a long
works.
time. I'm out of the
That's
loop, so he got me. I'm
he
easily
got
impressed.
you. He
Yeah.
got you. Okay, yeah, there we go. Bree and Chris break up. Emma and Connor have a strong. Okay, yeah. Emma ends up with. I think Connor broke up with Emma because
Mhm.
of the kid thing, which is valid. But
Yes,
Mike
very.
also wants kids. But
Yeah.
please remind me? Did Emma tell Mike that her number 2 broke up with her? She didn't tell Mike that
I
Connor was
thought she
her number
said
1.
I thought she said my number 1 broke up with me. Did she say number 1 or number 2?
I think she didn't really specify a number. I think she said he broke up with me. I remember hearing number 2. I remember her saying,
Yeah, I swear I thought she was, like, super honest to him and said, "You're my number 2," basically, because I was shocked, and I'm like, "He's still gonna go along with that? That's interesting."
I think I don't know.
I mean,
I
number
don't
1.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, Mike, okay, he's just trying to make it all make sense. So,
Yeah.
um we are seeing a lot of Priyanka in these later episodes where we're getting down to the
Yeah.
engagements. Um, that's something that I noticed. We're still seeing her around the lounge.
He says second, you're right. I feel so bad, but today me and my second ended it.
See?
Yep. She lied to his ass. I didn't even know that.
She
I thought she I'm like,
lied to
"Oh,
his
she's so
head.
honest." She said he's my first. Damn.
Yep. Yep.
I
I was
wonder how
like
he
that.
feels watching that back.
Yeah, like you were her third option, buddy. So we see a little bit more of Brittany and Devo.
Mhm.
This is where they're having the Devonte conversation. She did say she's in a season of celibacy, so that's probably why.
That's so
You know,
smart
yeah,
when they do that
that
on this
mean,
show.
AKA, you ain't getting none. I told you in the pods I wasn't giving it up, so don't act surprised and shocked if I don't give you no tail.
Yeah.
So, shortly after that, we do see Chris and Jess get engaged, and again, it appears out of nowhere. He just broke it off with Bree, and then we see him getting engaged to Jessica.
Mhm.
Um, yeah. And then, like, right after that, we see Connor and Bree get engaged. So
Yes.
again, they're like happening very fast and like happening out of nowhere.
What did you think of Emma and Mike's chat about money, where she lays it out there and says, "I don't got no money," and he talks about how like if we end up in financial trouble, our parents will help us, and that's what parents are there for.
Mm, mhm. Uh,
'Cause that's not my
uh,
life, but
but I'm just saying, like, okay, like, yeah, I think if I have a financial hardship is like, am I like, that's never my plan. Like, oh, no worries, my mom got it. Like,
yeah,
it kind of seemed like, oh, who cares if we don't have many? Like,
yeah, our parents will
we have
catch us.
parents. Like, okay,
Although, like,
is that nepo babies? Is that what they call them?
no, that's when your parents are famous and then you get
Oh,
famous. I think
oh,
that's
okay,
just
okay, okay.
I don't know what it is, but I think it depends on your age, right? I do think when I was in my 20s, yes, my parents, not for big hardships though, just like little things. It does happen if you're like in school or something, but I feel like they're like 30, right? Or he's like almost 30, so I don't know. I do know, like, almost everybody I know's parents pay the down payment so they can buy a house. We didn't get that. We did that on by ourselves, so
That'd be lovely.
no, yeah, it's literally such a thing that, like, when you or for us at least, when we went to get our mortgage, they're like, "So, like, your parents are doing the down payment?" Like, it's a whole that's what everybody does. And they're like, "Without that, you can never get a house." But I'm like, "You can save your money." But I mean, the prices are just insane. We were lucky to buy in 2019, but after that, it's just through the roof. So I get it why it's hard to buy, and if your parents have the money, why not? But then it's also like you
That
don't want to
shouldn't
live
be
like that. Like to say, "Oh, my parents will get it if I can't," right?
100%,
Yeah,
100%. That's definitely not
not a
that's
good
not
life.
not a good life plan. But in episode 4, um, again, we're still seeing Victor and Christine in the lounges, and I don't know if you heard, but we're hearing more that maybe Victor had a potential connection with Dynasty,
Yeah, it
which I feel
sounded
like
like
this was
that.
a very awkward moment to put it in, like, they should have put that in earlier
Mhm.
when we were seeing Victor and Christine, but yeah.
Yeah, it's weird to see someone, like, have a reveal and then see them again, but again, that's the whole mess of the editing where they tell the stories. Like, they're all doing everything on the same timeline, but then they show it to us differently, but yeah, I think it was Tyler, right, that was talking to Christine and saying that they had talked about she had talked about Victor with Dynasty and how Dynasty couldn't relate to his story, but that Christine and Victor had the same story, so they were basically
Mhm.
giving Christine, like, their stamp of approval, like, "We like you for Victor," and that they were kinda disappointed that none of them could not that they could connect with Victor, that they didn't, like, they didn't really feel the connection with him.
Yeah, because Tyler had a slight connection with him too, it seemed.
Yeah,
Like,
that's how it
it's very
sounded,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, that's what it sounded, yeah. Mm. Yeah, that I would have liked to see that. Anywho,
Yeah.
but, like,
Same.
especially yeah, I would have liked to see Dynasty and Victor or,
Yeah. I
I wonder, I mean, people gravitate to who they gravitate to, so that's the beauty of this experiment, right? So,
but I did wonder, like, what do they mean by what story? Like, 'cause I think it's okay if you and your partner don't have the exact same life experiences
faith.
or background or
Yeah.
story. Oh, you
They
think it
kept
was
saying
based on
yeah, yeah, that's what it kinda sounded like to me, that Christine and Victor really connected on their faith,
Yeah.
and maybe, I don't think that Dynasty we haven't seen her even talk to the camera,
She's
or,
barely there.
Tyler, we don't know what their faith is, so maybe I mean, faith is a deal breaker to a lot of people, so if they don't share
Mhm.
the same faith, I could see how that is an issue and would be a reason why they wouldn't continue, but I do at one point in the pods, or in the men's lounge, they were asking, "Oh, are you down to this many?" And Victor said he was at 2. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
We don't know what happens with Victor and Christine, but I will say whenever they don't show somebody's other connections, it's usually because they want to protect that story very carefully. Like we saw that with Allie and Anton last season, and we found out that Anton had this big other connection with Kay, I think her name was, and we saw at the meetup that Anton and Kay were having these deep chats in the corner, and they never showed us any of it because they don't want us to be distracted, I think. They want us to just focus on this couple, and so that's sort of like it's
Mm.
telling, because, it sounds
Mm.
like Victor and Dynasty probably went pretty far, and they're just not showing it to us because I feel like they know we would have liked their story. We would have said, like, we think Victor should have picked Dynasty, and it kinda, like, taints the other connection, right?
Yeah, yeah,
That's
I
not fair
would
for Dynasty.
that's not fair for Dynasty. I would love to talk to her. We y'all know she's not gonna be able to talk to us, but I would love to hear her and Victor's story. Like, I'm sure you guys would too. Like, they look sexy together.
Mhm,
Like, I'm here for it. And also his connection with Tyler. Like, I would like to know how
mhm.
far they went because the way she acted like Kevon. She ain't like she is in love. Like,
Yeah,
so girl, if I find out that you had another connection on day 6, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna
yeah.
lose it. If you were connecting with Victor on day 6, I'm going to lose it. The way you was acting over him having another connection. Um
Mhm. Maybe Dynasty has a boyfriend that we could talk to because that worked last season. We got to talk to Avery, Joe's girlfriend, and that was an amazing interview. So we need to know if any of the current cast members have a significant other that want to come give us the tea. We're down for that. So
or if you're listening, you could just send your best friend our way, somebody that does not have an NDA. If you want to just
cousin.
sprinkle your cousin, sister, baby, mama, cousin Tracy, uh, if you just want to sprinkle your story to us through somebody else who doesn't have an NDA, we are open to that as well. I'm just,
Just
allegedly, I
between
don't
us.
know. um,
We won't tell
we
anybody. It's
won't tell anybody.
tight-lipped around here.
Tight-lipped around here. I just want to know what happened with Victor and
Yeah.
Dynasty. But episode 4, a lot of episode 4 is what we already discussed, which was Kia giving him the G-Shock and the
Mhm.
basketball and the storm out of it all. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't we kind of already
Well,
kind of talked about that, but
yeah, we got a lot of that except for well, we had the 2 reveals, right? We had
yep.
Chris and Jessica had their reveal in this episode, or no?
Yeah, they did. I have Brittany and Devo getting engaged, and then we have Chris and Jessica reveal,
Oh, yeah, and so
and
he seemed,
then Connor and Brie.
Chris seemed relieved that Jessica wasn't taller than him because he was apparently panicking about that when she mentioned 6-inch heels, but she's teeny tiny, so he
It's
was
a short
very
king.
relieved. Yeah,
Mhm,
short
mhm,
king.
mhm,
They seemed to be attracted to each other, like, I just
mhm.
don't know. I like to we have to see what happens later, but in the reveal,
Yeah.
they did seem both very happy, and
Mm.
Connor and Bree, though, what about their reveal? Because she said he was sweaty.
Is He is already saying that Brie annoys him.
Mm.
He's already making little statements like that, and I think we saw that in Love Is Blind Germany where with Gunnar and
Yeah,
Josie, we were like,
Josie.
"Damn, like cute, like ragging on each other, banter is cute," but then it's like it gets to a point where like you're shitting on me a bit, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to fuck you up. But I that's what I wrote down. I said he's shitting on her, and I don't like
Mm.
it. Like, and I noticed that he's like, she already annoys me. She already talks too much. She da 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 da. Like, and it's like, oh, that's like the reason why I'm picking her. That's the reason I like that. I like that. But I
Yeah.
thought she, I thought she, it seemed to me like they were attracted to each other.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to say in these reveals. Like, I think some people it's very obvious that they are attracted, like Ashley and Alex, and then some people, I don't know, like they know that this is a big moment and that if they act not attracted, we will roast them, like what happened with Arena back in the day. So we need it's easier to tell once they're like on the honeymoon, right? But oh, by the way, breaking Love is Blind news. Did you see our do you remember the couple that we literally always go to for attraction can build from is it Sweden?
Oh, they're getting
Divorced.
divorced.
Yeah.
Jakob and Carolina.
Mhm. Sad.
Oh, I didn't.
Very sad.
Oh, okay. Dang. Okay. All
You want
right.
me to read I'll read their statement.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It says, "It is with a heavy heart we've decided to get a divorce. We're so thankful that we got the opportunity to meet each other in the crazy way we did, meeting behind a wall and getting married on TV while the entire world is watching. Life has not been easy on us and left us with hardships in our marriage that's been out of our control. We've been fighting for our love and marriage so much, and after many talks, we've decided to get a divorce. Based on what's best for both of us, we want nothing but the best for each other. We're walking out of this with no hard feelings." So,
Okay.
no tea, just a nice
PR
message. But
statement. Okay.
yeah, sad because, when she first saw him, she was not attracted at all. And then they ended up getting married and because he was so kind and so sweet to her and a good guy, and we were like, "See, for women, it doesn't matter if you're not attracted right away. It can get better."
And he
Oh,
had
yeah.
them buns.
Uh,
Yeah, that was
I was like, "What is this?"
he had that coin is what he had,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah, so we always use them as our example of, like, it's okay if they're not attracted right away, they'll come around, and now we can't
The
talk about
women,
them.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, and
okay,
only. Yes, yes,
alright,
yes.
and I do know that they had, if I remember correctly, like, he hadn't moved in with her, they were living in separate parts of the world, they
Mhm.
had some, like, family issues going on, so they were dealing with a lot, they lasted a lot longer than I would have thought, so
Yeah. So, sad
alright, well,
for
there's that,
them,
breaking
but
news,
breaking.
live on the pod, but yeah, that's basically how it ended with Connor and Breezy's reveal and Jessica and Chris's
Mhm.
reveal.
There was a little chat between Mike and Emma about how he's saying, like, "The kids thing is really hard for me. Like, that's
Mhm,
gonna be a
mhm,
problem, and
mhm.
do you think, like, you would come around if we got gene testing?" And I feel like she's not being honest. She's kinda bending on that because she realizes, like, it is gonna be a deal breaker and she won't be coming out of this engaged, so I don't know what her true feelings are because she's definitely not of, like, "I definitely don't want kids." Like, I know I don't, it doesn't matter on the partner. She does seem more wishy-washy about it, and so he's thinking she'll change her mind,
Mm.
and he made her, like, a scrapbook, which was cute, so and then he read, like, a letter from her
Letters,
family.
yeah,
It was
letters. Honestly, Emma has been getting a lot of airtime, which I love that for her. I know I said in my, cast reveal, like I actually want to see more of her, but goddamn, okay, a little less, okay. I'm sorry, like I'm sorry. I think it's getting to the point to the pod, like okay, Mike and Emma are gonna get engaged. Like hurry it the fuck up. It's like
Mhm.
bitches are never satisfied because I just sat here and complained about how the engagements are happening too fast, and I'm not seeing
Yeah.
enough, and now I'm like I'm seeing too much of Emma like they just show you too much of one thing. They just don't know how to give you a good fucking balance because I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, well, I've been seeing Emma since episode one. Why the fuck have I seen all her connections? I've seen her connection with
Yeah.
Steven, Mike, Connor. Like, who else have we seen three of their connections? Like, clearly they're trying to make her their star, which
Yeah.
granted, get good. She's beautiful. I think she's great. Slightly annoying, but
Mm.
damn,
Yeah.
like here we are at the end of
Yeah.
episode four. She's still not engaged. We done seen all her connections. So I tuned out a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I
Yeah.
tuned out a little bit when he was reading the letters and all of that. But again, the kid thing is a deal breaker. And I agree with you. After four episodes, I can't say definitively what her stance is. on having
Mm.
kids or not. So,
Yeah, she sort of seems like she would be open to it, so then maybe it'll work out. But yeah, it's sort of a big deal breaker. So I don't know. They're taking it
well,
very lightly, but
like you said, people, it's a perfect excuse to get out later,
true.
right? So people
Yeah.
people, oh, I would get engaged with you. I don't care if you broke, I don't care if you ain't got no car, I don't care if you have no job, I don't care if you have no hair. Like, it's just like that, and then it's like an easy way to get out of it
Yeah.
later, you know?
Uh-huh.
So,
Yeah. It's like, oh, you know that thing how you told me you didn't want kids, but I got engaged anyway? Now that's a problem. Now that it's real, it's a problem. So it is
yeah.
definitely smart to have that like parachute to get out of it free. No one's going to blame you. Kids are important to some people, so you're not going to compromise on that. So it's a great way to get your moment in your suit, in your dress, and then be like, just kidding. Peace out.
Peace out. I'm out. I'm out of here. Yeah. So, yeah.
All
And
right.
that's where
Wow.
we're at. That's where we're
Yeah.
at. 5 and 6 are coming. Damn, they just so much is happening. And you see, if we
Mm.
would have just watched all 6 and then
Oh my
tried to,
gosh.
you
We would have
just
been here
kind of
for
start,
5 hours.
no, you just kind of start talking about, I mean, I guess when you add up all the episodes, it probably is 5 hours anyway. But
Yeah.
you end up just talking about what happens on
Hmm.
the. You forget what happens in the pods, and
It's hard.
sometimes
Yeah.
those nuances are important. Like, I
Hmm.
haven't found my path professionally. Like, what you mean? Like, you just gonna skip over the fact that you ain't got no fucking job?
Yeah.
Anywho, but that's episode 4. So far so good.
Nice.
I'm actually really liking this
Yeah.
season so far.
It's giving us a lot to talk about. Like it's much better than last season, I feel like.
Mhm.
'Cause
Mhm.
I feel like people are being more willing to be themselves. I think that people are being genuine. Like I think
Mhm.
normally you wouldn't see Tyler being like whatever and this Emma going for her third choice and all of this stuff. Usually they're trying to keep it more cute. And I feel like it's a good sign that once they get in the real world, they are going to be willing to have tough conversations and we are going to get just some realness. So fingers crossed. We'll see. Because last season is not tough to beat. That was a bit of a dumpster fire. So,
Mhm. Mhm. So far so good. I'm liking it.
yeah. Oh, and we have a little fun event tonight, sort of, kind of. But we mentioned in our last episode that we were going to start doing a live show so we could talk about it with all of you. We said tonight, Thursday, but we did get a lot of feedback in our DMs that some of you aren't ready to talk about all 6 episodes yet. It's a little fast, but we know some of you are. So we're still going to go live at 7 o'clock tonight. It's our very first time going live, so bear with us if we're a couple minutes late, but it's sort of going to be like a practice. So we're still going to be there at 7 to chat a little bit for those of you that have finished all 6. And we're going to do like a real one on Monday when everyone has time to catch up. Because we definitely don't want anyone to not be able to come because they're not caught up. That would be sad. So we feel like doing it a little later just brings more people because
Yeah.
then everybody's watched. It'll be easier going forward. It's just with the 6 episode drop, but it's hard for everybody to watch it in 2 days. So one day,
Yeah.
really.
Fuck yeah.
'Cause it's only been one day, I just realized. So it came out yesterday.
Came
But
out yesterday.
yeah,
It seems like a week. It
it
seems
feels
like
like
it's
a
been a
week.
week.
It does. So 7 o'clock, we'll be there. We're not like announcing it on our socials. So it could be just a couple of us, and that's fine because it's practice round. So if you're there, can't wait to see you guys. Hopefully we're there. Hopefully we figure out how to do it.
Hopefully we're there.
If we're not there, we'll see you tomorrow, but we should be there.
We will. That's the plan.
Yeah. So thanks for listening. See you tonight. Bye,
Bye,
guys.
guys.